So are you tracking your jobs with the right tool or just the one you started with? Most owners never stop to ask if they've outgrown what they set up or if there maybe is a better way to do it. So I am Chad Boyle, CPA. I am a certified public accountant, and I am with
Corey Boyle, not a certified public accountant, nor do I
but he
pretend
is
to be one.
certified in flying,
That is true.
and that may be more important, especially as we dive into the 3 levels of job costing. We're going to find out which one is right for you. And I'll just give you the punchline. It's whatever one you're going to use. There are 3 levels we're going to talk about. So here they are. Number 1, the good old spreadsheet. Everybody loves a spreadsheet. They love Excel, not Google Sheets, but I'm just saying. You build it yourself, free, flexible, all that good stuff. QuickBooks, everybody loves QuickBooks. Your job costs are right there, right next to that's built within your books. And then there's job software. So built to run the whole job, not just record it. You can use it for project management. You can use it as a CRM, an invoicing tool, payments portal, lots of uses for job software. And so it definitely should be in the consideration set. So each one is a real valid choice. The only question is which one fits for your business right now. Now, what every level has to do. Before we compare them, here is the job. All 3 tools are trying to do these 4 things. Income. How much are you making on the job? Costs. What did this job cost you? And within the costs, looking at the 4 buckets: labor, materials, subs, everything else. And it needs to be in time to matter. You need to see it while the job is going on. So a tool fails. It fails you when it stops doing one of these 4, and that's the whole test. So all 3 of them will work. It just depends on where your business is right now. And we're not here to sell you the fanciest one at all. We just want you to find one that works for you and that you're going to utilize, because you will find value and it will increase your profits and grow your business. So level 1, the good old spreadsheet. You build it yourself. It's free. It does exactly what you want. Lots of flexibility, and you're able to customize everything that you want. So how to set it up, 4 steps, and you can do all this in few short hours. You just make 1 file, 2 tabs. Tab 1 is your cost log, and then tab 2 is your scoreboard. You name every job the same way. So Miller patio every time, not Miller one week, patio job the next. Has to be consistent. Then you log every cost the same day. So 1 line per receipt or charge, date, job, what it was, type, and amount. Let tab 2 add it up for you. So 1 formula pulls the numbers in. You never type a cost twice. That's important. The number 1 killer of a spreadsheet is typing the job name a little differently each time. Pick the name once. It has to be consistent. All right, the cost log. This is tab 1. 1 line for every dollar that leaves. Nothing fancy. Just straightforward and consistent. So here we have it laid out, date, job name. Again, it's got to be consistent, which it's showing here. Cost description, type, is that materials, labor, subs, and then the amount. 4 types only: labor, materials, subs, equipment. More buckets than that, and nobody keeps up. You don't want this to be overburdensome. Let's just keep track of what matters. Then you got the tab 2, the scoreboard. So this summarizes everything, does the math for you, so you don't lose the forest for the trees. So it has each job here summarized by the invoice or what you're making off of it, shows you the budgeted costs, and then how that breaks down between the 4 types. And then your total cost here shows you your cost remaining. So this, again, you're entering these costs every day, so this allows you to track this on a daily basis, so you can detect when things are going off the rails. So the trade-off, so obviously the pros are free, no monthly cost. It's quick and easy to set up. You control everything about it, how it works, how it looks, and it works on any computer. The cons that, there is a lot of update, and because it is highly manual here, you could be prone to missing receipts or charges. And you may have multiple versions of the file, so it would be hard to figure out which one's the current one. And you gotta just take the time to log in all the receipts on a regular basis, which it's got to be daily. So the best fit here for this level 1 spreadsheet, 1 to 5 jobs at a time. You're entering the numbers yourself, and what the cost is, it's really zero. It's just a few hours of your time to set it up and then maintain it on a daily basis as you are incurring costs on your jobs. So the spreadsheet is where everyone starts, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love a good old spreadsheet. Level 2 is QuickBooks. Now we're getting fancy. Your job cost sits right next to the books you already keep. So one system, not 2. So here's how you set it up. This is the part that most people skip. And if you skip it, then the reports aren't going to work for you. So number 1 is you got to turn on projects. You need the QuickBooks Plus or Advanced plan. Then you turn on job tracking, switch on track expenses and items by customer. Then you show the items table, switch on show items table on expense and purchase forms. Then you build your 4 buckets. Under products and services, add labor, materials, subs, equipment as service items. Steps 1 to 4 take about 20 minutes, one time. And step 5 is the one you do forever. So the step that actually matters, step 5, there is no software fix for this one. You put a job name on every single bill, receipt, and time card, everyone, no blanks. A cost with no name, no job name is a cost that you won't be able to find again. So bills and expenses, you pick the job in the customer project box on the line as you're entering it in. Then crew hours, you're going to log the time, and then you log that time to the particular job. So you can use QuickBooks Times or another timekeeping app. And then card swipes, match them weekly and tag them, and don't let them pile up. I'd even suggest daily. So then you run it. You look at projects, project reports, and then project profitability. So again, you set this up in 20 minutes. You keep up on it daily, and you're just running that project profitability report, and that allows you to track where you're at. So here's what you get utilizing QuickBooks. It's the same as a spreadsheet, same job as a spreadsheet, same answer. It just builds itself now. So you got the project profitability report for the Miller patio job, showing the income, and then your costs broken down by the 4 buckets, and then shows you how much money's left over here. So you just pull it, and the report's only as good as it's the same as a spreadsheet. It's only as good as you entering the data on a regular basis and making sure it's complete and tagged to the job. So the trade-offs here, your job costs and your books are in one system. Your numbers are going to match your tax return, so everything's reconciled and tidy. Your bookkeeper already knows it, and the reports are built in. So the cons, the crew can't enter costs from the field. You got to use you see costs when the bills arrive, not that day. And then no scheduling, it will not run the job. Set up wrong, the numbers are wrong. So that's the old garbage in, garbage out. So what does this work for? This works well for 5 to 15 jobs at a time. And you may have an admin or office person enter in the numbers for you. And the cost is the QuickBooks plan. You may have to upgrade, or it may be no incremental cost. It may be built into the plan you're already using. So level 3, here we go. Now we're getting really fancy. Job software. So it's built to run the whole job, not just to write it down after it's over. So level 3, what does it add? The 4 things QuickBooks cannot do, no matter how well you set it up. The crew enters the cost, hours and receipts go in from a phone on the job that day. The cost lands the same day. So you see if a job's going sideways in week 1, not at the end. You're seeing things in real time as your crew's uploading stuff into the job software. You bid next to real costs. So what you said it would cost right beside what it did cost. Your change orders get caught, extra work gets logged and billed instead of forgotten. Notice these are all about running the job. None of them are accounting problems, and that's important. So how to set it up? So every product is different. The 4 rules hold no matter which one you pick. So you start small, 1 job at a time, run a single job, start to finish before you move anything else over. It's kind of like test and learn. Everyone enters and tags costs, office and field both. Cost with no job on it is a cost you lose. Give 1 owner. 1 person makes sure that it's complete and current. Not you don't want to spread that around. You need 1 person who kind of oversees it and works with the team to make sure that the data in the software is accurate. If your data is not accurate, you're not getting the return on that software investment. And then you connect it to QuickBooks. So you want the activity running through the job software to feed into your QuickBooks system. So then that way you're not entering things twice. So here's the trade-offs. So pros, the crews are entering from the phone, costs are landing on the job the same day. What you bid and what the real costs are right there side by side accumulating during the job. You're able to schedule bid and cost in one place. And then the cons, that this is going to cost additional money over and above QuickBooks. Setup may take weeks, not days. And if the crew will not use it, it will be useless. And then too much tool if a spreadsheet still works. So the best fit here is for 15 plus jobs. You got crews in the field and you need costs today, not next month. This will really allow you to make changes quickly. So what it costs is a few $100 a month plus a fee for each user, and you may need some setup time as well. So a few names to look up in the job cost software world: JobTread, Jobber, many others. I'm sure Google and Claude can help you out with that. So it's powerful, it costs real money, and it takes real work. So which level fits for you? Find yourself on this chart. It just shows kind of an overview here, quick comparison on the 3 levels, and just some various criteria based on how many jobs you're doing, how many people are working for you in addition to you, when you want to see the jobs, and the cost and the time to get going. So you got to take a look here, see which one best matches up with your business. Then the signs it's time to move up a level. Here's a few of them. So you can't tell which receipt goes with which jobs. 2 people need to enter the numbers and neither one trusts the file. You find out what a job costs only after it's over. The office and the crew are working off of different numbers. You spend hours typing that your business has outgrown. So just a few warning signs that this may be an indication that you may need to move up a level in your tool. So the most expensive mistake is not keeping track of the job costs at all. That is the most important thing to take away here. So if you're not sure what level fits for you, let's figure it out. We'd be happy to help you. We'll look at how you're actually doing your jobs and tell you what level is right for you. Just to do that, go ahead and click a link in the description, and we will be happy to talk about what level works for your job costs.